Welcome to Head in the Clouds. I am KettaMay, and I'm here in the 716 Live studio. And make sure that you subscribe if you have not already. We have all of your podcasting, broadcasting. Oh, guess what? It's a radio up in here. It's photo shoots up here. Like, y'all gotta come check it out. It's everything in here. Make sure y'all check it out. Subscribe, like I said, to 716live.com. And make sure you go check out some old episodes of Head in the Clouds and all the amazing people that are on this network. So today, I am so excited. I have the fruit lady here. Lady here, guys. Listen, Sierra, give it up.
Thank you for having me.
I am so excited. Like,
I'm excited.
I didn't even know who you was till we went to that conference. I'm like, wait a second, fruit lady, and you like, yeah. I'm like, let me check this page out. Girl, what?
Listen,
Doing her thing.
I'm happy I went because I wasn't gonna go at first, and then she like, "Girl, you gotta come. You gotta come, please." I'm like, she asked me the day before.
Yes.
She like, just make some fruit, please. I'm
Yes.
like, okay. Drag myself to come. I'm happy I came. Met some wonderful people.
Wasn't that an amazing experience?
It was.
Listen, Prophetess, she be getting these conferences together.
Listen,
And she be having us get ourselves together. Like, wait a second. Oh, my goodness. So, how are you feeling today?
I feel really good.
You feel good? I feel good. I'm hungry, but I'm okay.
Well, I brought you some fruit.
Do y'all know she brought me some fruit? Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. I cannot wait. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait though, but I cannot wait, but I'm gonna wait.
It's a treat for you.
Listen, I feel so special.
You should. I made it with love.
Thank you. So before we start, I want to read a scripture. It's Exodus 19:9. The Lord said unto Moses, I am going to come to you in a dense cloud, so that the people will hear me speaking with you and will always put trust in you. Then Moses told the Lord what the people had said. So in this book of Exodus, God, he tells Moses to write the 10 Commandments and all that stuff. And Moses actually had to do it for a second time because he was angry with the people. But when he went up there on that Mount Sinai the second time, it's like he was in the presence of God. Like he really had this radiance on him. It was like he was illuminated. His face was just gleaming of this glory from God. And when he came back from the second time, I think it was 40 days, 40 nights, he was up there, okay? And I don't know how they be, but I know I got to get to that level, but I don't know if Moses, he a real one. But when he came back down from the mountain, do you know he had this, like I said, this radiance coming from him? And the people that were down there was like looking at him like, what's going on? They was afraid to look at him because that glory of God was just beaming from him. So Moses put a veil over his face to cover that, because to make them comfortable. That's what I looked at like, sir. But I wanted to know, and then he would go before the Lord and reveal himself. He would take it off. But I wanted to know, has there ever been a time where you felt like you had to cover yourself, like your true self, from people because they was uncomfortable with you being who you are?
I would say yes. A lot of times, sometimes you walk in a room and your presence is just very strong.
Yes.
And people feel that, and people get intimidated, and they start to look at you crazy. And it might have you looking at yourself like, hold on. Like,
is something wrong with me?
Yeah. So
oh my gosh.
I was in that space, but now I realize it wasn't me. Is sometimes people, they're not comfortable with themselves.
Yes.
And my presence is very strong, and I have to really realize that. So.
Oh my God, that's deep. And like, so for me, I think I'm like, I will hide too, because I'm thinking like you said, is it me? And what do I need to do? Like, so if they won't accept, then okay, I just won't show that. But then as I got older, like you said, you start realizing like it's not me. And even if it is me, that's your problem, because I'm about to be bold in this. So like, that's how I was saying this, with that confidence that we have to carry every day. Like you cannot, feel like you have to dim your light for other people. So I think I would do that a lot when I was younger, and I didn't even realize that I was doing that. But as I got older, I'm like, wait a second,
It's not me.
it
It's
ain't
love. It has nothing to do with me.
nothing at all. So who is Sierra, the fruit lady? Who are you?
Wait, who is Sierra or who is the fruit
Well,
lady?
you can tell us. Listen, okay, because it do.
I feel
it
like
be that.
Sierra is the fruit lady, though. The fruit lady is Sierra.
Yes.
Fruit lady established in 2020, just on some humbug stuff. Honestly, I was dealing with coming from a bad relationship with my child's father, just not really knowing where to go in life, trying to figure out my way. I was doing like 20 different things, like working like a Jamaican, just trying to find my way in life.
Yes.
And then one day I just went to Atlanta, and I seen these girls. They was outside like selling some drinks. They was really cool. They had like smoke coming out of it. They was like on the corner, and I was like, oh, when I get back home, I'm going to sell some fruit. I had like fruit in there. I was like, I'm going to do fruit and water. I just thought of the idea. I went home and I did it, and it just blew up after that. But then I looked back and I realized like God was really prepping me this whole time, because I've been was working out. I've been was eating healthy. My mom was on the same wave too. So I didn't even realize, what was going on. So,
yeah, listen. Because I seen your body. Like, she know her body.
Listen, I'm very confident. I learned to just be confident. Of course, we all got our flaws, and we are our biggest critics, but I just learned to just be confident in the skin that I'm in.
Yes. And that's what's really important for us, too. Like, even with me, like, I be sitting here, I be like, wait a second.
Right. Sucking
But I remember being like, and I don't even suck it in. If y'all watch some videos, I be like, that joint gonna sit right there. But the thing,
I suck it so much, I don't even know I'm doing it.
but that's a built-in waist trainer right there. And the thing is, I would be like that, and then I stop, and it's like, why did you stop? And I used to be so fit and like, and worked out and all that stuff. But then I don't know, when I got older, it's a laziness that come over us that we have to not allow to take over our lives. But it's okay, y'all, because when y'all see me sitting here and I'm just know I worked hard to get that thing. And it's probably gonna be thanks to you, because I'm like, what's your meal plan?
It's definitely in the eating. I would say it's the eating part.
It is.
Like, exercising is definitely easy, even if you're just doing cardio or just walking or just keeping active. It really comes in with the eating part. Even for me, sometimes, like, I have a hard time with sweets. I love sweets. It's my biggest downfall. But I'm trying to back away from that. And me, I said small goals. So this week I said, try to have no sugar at all. Just this week.
Yes.
Because I feel like when I say I'm going to do it for a month, and it's just not really sometimes realistic. It is realistic, but I try to set more realistic goals for me, which is like weekly.
Yes.
So, yeah.
And that's what my fast is about. It's like no sugary drinks right now. It's no desserts. And it's like, but Pastor, not even one little piece of candy. Oh my goodness. But basically, you just let me know why you started this business of selling fruit and everything. Is there anyone who inspires you?
Yes, actually, my mom, honestly, and then the girls who I seen selling a drink. So it's so funny, because I always thought about this girl, like, oh my God, I need to find her. I need to like really tell her, like, she literally changed my life.
Yes.
Like, so one day I was just cleaning up. I got up, cleaned out my junk drawer for whatever reason. I just got up and did it, and I found her card, and her number was still the same on the card that she had. And I reached out to her. Like, she's really big in Atlanta Lounge. She has like a food truck. She has so much stuff going on. And I told her, like, me and her talk, she literally was just crying, just so inspired. And I remember her. So yeah, she really did inspire me.
I like that.
And she don't know me at all.
Right.
I just brought a drink from her that day. And it inspired me.
Look at God. Like, you never know who will, shine that light on you and enlighten you in those sense. So, oh my God, we gotta travel more, because I think that's when it really be happening too, when you get out in different cities and not just tearing. But it can happen here in Buffalo. But sometimes you see more when because you never seen nothing like that here.
No, you get inspired. Sometimes I feel like I have to go to a different city to get inspired. I went to California. They had like fruit trees everywhere and this and that. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I want a garden. I want this. It just started making me realize all these other things that I want.
It really does.
In Buffalo, sometimes I feel like it could be a little bit miserable. Not me, not you, but sometimes just the city and people, it can be a little bit miserable until tear you down. And sometimes just being stuck in the same spot, sometimes I feel like it doesn't expand my creativity.
Yes.
So yeah.
I like that. Thank you for sharing that. So, what is your favorite fruit? I know it's like, what?
Oh my goodness. Definitely, I would have to say pineapples for sure.
Yeah.
Anything with berries. I love strawberries, blueberries, blackberries.
Yes.
I really love everything. It's
Do
so
you
hard
really?
to pick. Yes. Especially good watermelon in the summer.
I can't stand watermelon.
You can't?
I can't.
Okay, well, I didn't put you that much in your fruit bowl. Good thing
It's okay because I got
put
a
you
son
few
and
pieces.
he eat it.
I gave you like a lot of
I
pineapples.
don't know what really.
Yes.
I love pineapples.
Okay.
I don't know why. When I was a kid, I never liked watermelon. I used to be called non-black because of that. Like, yeah, don't do that to me.
Yeah,
Y'all
I know some of my customers, they don't like melons, watermelon. I love cantaloupe,
I
honeydew.
like cantaloupe.
I love it all.
The honeydew is the green one.
Yes.
That's too close to watermelon. It got this
Yeah,
taste
that's
that I
what it
can't.
melons, yeah.
I can't do that one. I just really started liking cantaloupe. Do you know it was one fruit that I did not realize was as good as it was until I was in school? And when because I'm a teacher, so we would have our, lunch together, and we would pass the fruit. And I'd be like, no, I don't want that. I don't eat that. Mangoes.
Oh, yes.
And one day the child said, Miss Ketta, just try. I'm the one that's supposed to be telling them, just try it. This kid said, Miss Ketta, just try it. I'm like, okay, just one.
Yes. We love mangoes.
My head just looks like, wait a second. All this time, this fruit tastes
You've
like
been sleeping on the mangoes.
I've been sleeping
and
on
the
it.
frozen mangoes. Like, me and my kids will just, like, pop them in our
Yes.
mouth.
Oh my
and just,
gosh.
like, eat 'em,
It's like candy.
Yes, it's like candy.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So yeah. What about your vegetable?
I would say sugar snap peas is honestly one of my favorites.
Wow.
Or asparagus and Brussels sprouts.
Green stuff. I like Brussels sprouts. You know, my favorite Brussels sprouts from a restaurant is Longhorns.
Oh, okay.
You ever had it from
Yes,
there?
I have. They're like a
If
little
you having
crispy.
and a little sweetness on it, like a little spice
it's
too.
like a is that like a balsamic sauce?
I don't
know what
know.
it is, but I like lemon juice on
good.
mine, salt and pepper. Put like a little garlic seasoning on it, but the fresh squeezed lemon on it, and I put them in the oven. on
Yeah,
high.
so they can roast.
Yes, yummy.
Look at
I like broccoli.
Like I'm getting
but-
recipes now, y'all.
Yes, listen, it's good.
Oh my goodness. So I am so happy that you're here because I feel like this conversation, this talk can get us healthier, and whether it's healthy eating, whether it's our healthy minds, our souls, our bodies, whatever it is, everything has to be in unison of being healthy. So I wanted to know, like, how do you stay committed to loving on yourself and being consistent with eating the right way? Like, I know you said you set goals, but like, is there anything else that keeps you, driven to be consistent and committed to it?
Mm-hmm. I would definitely say praying a lot. I journal as well. My customers, because I know I have a lot of people looking up to me, so that definitely gives me the motivation. And those are the two main things I would definitely say is God, journaling, and my customers is what really keep me motivated. Besides my kids, because I know they're watching me.
Of course.
But those are the two main points.
Yes, I like that.
Yes.
Do you make time for self-care?
Oh, absolutely. I have to. That's the only way I feel like I can pour into people and pour into my kids and just things around me. I need that time for myself. I need to rest. I need to get my hair done and my nails touched up. And there's, so, don't get me wrong. There's some times or some months where I'm just so busy and I'll be like, I didn't even know that time went by. But yes, for the most part, I would definitely say once a month is a self-care for me.
Yes.
And that's just like not taking no customer orders.
Ooh.
Like not like literally putting my phone on do not disturb. It's not me ignoring anybody. It's just I'm not doing food right now.
Yes.
I had to take care of myself so I could take care of you in the next couple of days.
Yes.
I do that, and then my kids be gone for the weekend, so I just try to utilize all my time cleaning the house. Like once I light my candle, that means
now
I don't even want nobody breathing in my house.
Listen, what would be the perfect day of a self-care day? What would be perfect?
The perfect day for me would definitely be getting a facial done, getting my nails and my feet done, my lashes, grabbing some good food, having a clean house, and just relaxing and just taking a break from the world.
That do it. That do it right there.
It's the simple pleasures for me.
Yes. And the things that, like, when we were kids, we wouldn't even think about.
Not at all.
And then you get older, you're like, wait a second, I need a day. 2 days, something.
And a glass of wine.
Okay.
And some nice music. I love music. Like, I feel like music is my thing. I listen to music more than I watch TV.
Me too. And you know what's so crazy? I think when I was going through a moment in my life of feeling lost, I had started listening to music that was on Pandora. And I don't know, it was like a channel that had me like remembering how great life is and how great life can be still. Like, it's like, why did you stop loving who you are and what you can do and dreaming and all that stuff? And it's like, that music had me tap into my old self in a sense. That was old thoughts that they just surfaced. And it was like, God, can I still be on a talk show? Like,
yes, you can.
God, can I still, be creative and make stuff? And it's like, what? I can? Let me get to it. All you gotta do is show me. And it was like I said, something about music, it just have you bounce back. Whether it's bad or good, you gonna bounce back. It is therapy. Oh my God. So yes. So why do you think self-love is so important?
Self-love is important because the world, I feel like, is just so cruel and harsh. And you have so many opinions coming from everywhere. You have to make sure that you're in tune with yourself and know yourself and be confident in yourself. Because people could try to break you down. It was a point in my life where somebody say something to me and I'll be like, oh, I'll let it affect me. And now it's just like, that's your opinion,
It is. It's very important. I believe it. And like, I'm just learning to also use like positive language to myself.
Yeah.
Like I've been, when you on social media, you get to see people having those affirmations and stuff. So it's like, oh, that's what you do. But you know how you think it, but to actually speak it, now you're speaking it into it. It makes a big difference when you say it out loud. And it's like, it holds so much. And the thing is that I'm learning from God and reading the Bible is that whenever I speak, I want it to hold. I don't want it to hit the ground. It has to hold weight. It has to mean something, whether I'm speaking life over somebody, whether I'm speaking positive compliments or whatever. I want it to mean something. I just told my son today, I'm like, when you go to school, make sure you compliment somebody. Make sure you tell your teachers that you appreciate them. Because guess what? You want to be that light when you walk in the room. Wherever you go, you want them to know that is he the one
doing it
with
intention.
Yes,
with intention.
Yes, and I'm just proud of him because even if it does make him nervous to do it, he did it. Yeah. And he told his teacher, and when she was like, he was like, because you don't have to teach like that, but you was teaching. Like, he was just like, and imagine how that made her feel.
And kids,
you know what I mean?
Yes, they will amp you up. They will either hurt your feelings or amp you up.
And he amped her, and I was like, now you got tomorrow, choose another teacher. And he like, what? I was like, no, this is going to be routine. This is your life. Don't stop being good. Don't stop being that light to others. And I say, even if it's a moment where your teachers are, looking at everybody like they crazy, I said, you going over to him and pray for him. I said, even if you just say, God, I pray for calmness on his life. I pray for
something, a small prayer.
It ain't gotta be all, like you said, long. It could be
Yes.
small, and that's it. And then they're gonna look like, what? Well, who is? Like, you just never
love
know
that.
what you can
You
do.
have to. You have to teach your kids. You have to, because if you don't, the world will.
Listen, I always said that. I always said that. And I'm the sweetest mom, but I can be like stern. But I had to learn to be more stern with him because, like you said, the world is not so easy, especially on our young black men too. So
It's really not.
listen.
But sometimes I feel like as a parent, I'll say something and then I'll have to go back and revisit the situation because I felt like, let me explain this to her more so she understand like where I'm coming from. She might not understand it now, but like I always tell my daughter, when you get older, you will appreciate me and the things that I'm saying. Like, trust me.
They don't get it.
They
And
don't. I'm like, Lauren, you got 3 jobs. Get good grades, respect adults, and clean your room.
That's
Like,
it. Look at that's it. Oh my goodness.
But-
yeah. That's deep. And I feel like every day is a learning experience when you're a mother.
It's something every day.
God,
It's
every day.
bipolar. Like, and I'm just literally just learning to be like, take a breather, have a conversation. And now she at the age where I'm letting her know, like, what you do, it affects you and your life. Like, it does.
It does.
So, like I told her, I graduated school already, baby.
Okay.
So, like, I love the kids,
Oh
though.
my
They definitely
goodness.
keep me going. They definitely keep
They
me
do.
motivated. And they're just such a blessing. They definitely will humble you.
No, for real.
For real.
I used to look at God like, God, I still do it actually. I be like, God, is that in me? Because I gotta get that together. Why is he doing this? Did I do that to mama?
But
Like,
then I look
Lord.
back and I be like, our kids are really good because you'll look back at other people's situations and they really like
Now, you
got
know
it
what?
tough. So I be like, it's really kind of easy.
You know what?
Let's just keep rocking it.
I'm good. And then, yeah, I'm good. So I was watching this video on Facebook, and it was with Whoopi Goldberg. I don't know if you've seen it, but she was like interviewing Joanna, and she was telling her they were just talking about beautiful and beauty and all that stuff. And Joanna said to like Whoopi, like, if I was a man, I wouldn't even date you. I would just walk around. I wouldn't, like, I know you beautiful and all, but I wouldn't even be bothered with you. And she was like, I know you don't think that you. And Whoopi looked at her like, what? Like, every day I walk past that mirror and look myself in the mirror and say, mwah, I love you. Like, I was like, okay. And that made me feel like, remember that people, like we was talking about earlier, people will project their insecurities on you, when in actuality, you are all right with yourself. But now it was the confidence in her that made me look like, yo, if I had that much when I was a kid, they would have never got over on me. Like,
But I feel like that's important to go through those things because it makes you who you are. Even when I was going through the bad situation with my child's father, and I speak about that situation because it was one of the worst times in my life. I could speak about it now because it was just a part of my journey, but it really was like, it was just a mess. But you know what? I felt like I had to go through that because that put like fire under me. Like, it made me become the fruit lady. It made me break through all of those things that I thought I couldn't get through. It made me, you know, get a new job. It made me get a new apartment. It made me get a new car. Sometimes, like, I didn't realize I was blocking my own blessings by just keeping him in my circle. Like, but once that was gone, like, God know I'm a good person. When I say the blessings just start pouring down, and I always made a promise to God to never go back to that.
Listen, and it's like, it always seemed like I hate when I'm not gonna say I hate it, but I just be asking God that more women don't go through that. But like you said, it's certain things that we have to go through in order to realize how great God is in our lives. And for me, the same thing. I was in a relationship and I felt like I couldn't grow and I couldn't speak. And when I did speak, it was like I wasn't heard. And it was like when I say something, I would feel like I'm crazy because you telling them something, but it's like you ain't said no, that's not. And it's like, but I want to be. I remember I was telling them I wanted to go back to school and do all this stuff, and it's like, what you going back to school for? So you can collect a check, sir? What? That was you look at you can collect a check off of this. I'm going there for one thing, and then it's like every time I turn around, it was just something, and it's like you said, negative. I could never prosper because I'm always hearing negative, and then you got your kids hearing that too, and it's like, oh my God. And then it took for my son. He like, Mom, you ain't got to go through that. He started getting older and using his voice. I'm like, you right. Okay, we're gonna let's let God handle it. But then it was things that you have to handle. You have to take care of yourself in those moments. Yes, God will lead you through it, but do you want his help, honestly? And it was like I had to wait till I really was tired and got God's help. And when I tell you, God just said everything, like you said, everything was moved out the way. It's like a wind blew everything, like you out of here. Yes. Like it was like the angels was like, no. Yes. And it's like, yo, what? Everything I asked for, when I tell you, nothing hits the ground. God tells me and shows me. And when I say, God, is that possible? Like, yes. You think I won't? Like, basically, is anything impossible for me? Like,
that's our boy. He always got our back. But I feel like sometimes us women, we don't know the day we gonna leave. We just wake up one day and be like, this is it. Like, you got to go. But that's why, like, I was having a conversation with my friends. I always never tell my friends to leave their significant other or whoever it is. Because as women, you just don't know. You just get tired that day, and that's just the day it is.
Yo, for real. And then, like you said, you really just wake up like, we can't do this. We can't. They be shocked. They be so confused. Like, what? I thought I could still do this.
But, you know, sometimes I feel like us women, sometimes we be scared to leave because we don't know what's next. You know, or I could speak for myself. Yes. I didn't know what was next or what I was going to do or what's what. But now I don't have a problem with getting up and going because I have my own motion. I set my own foundation. Yes. I know where I'm going. I know where my money coming in at. I know the kids good. Like, everything is good. So it's like, cool. If it don't work, no love lost. But I wish everybody the best.
I love that so much. I love it. And so, as we were saying earlier, I feel like people be in competition, like women be in competition with women, men be in competition with men. And it's like you said, if you don't love yourself, it's gotta start with the love within you. Because when you can be like Whoopi and look in that mirror and say to yourself, like, oh, look at you, girl.
Good morning, gorgeous.
Okay, yes. And then, but if you don't have that within you, you're constantly looking at other people's flaws. And it's like, wow, take a look at yourself. Like, it's okay. It's okay. And then even with some people not like, and I'm not knocking nobody, but you know, some people go get surgery because they don't love themselves. And it's like, why? God created you in his image. He did not worry about what was on the outside, but what's on the inside is what really mattered. And I think people fail to realize that, because even when you get the surgery, if your heart ain't together, you still gonna be like, okay, I need to get this done. And it's like it becomes an addiction in a sense. So, I'm praying for them because
As far as surgery, I mean, again, that's your choice. I feel like either way it goes, you have to work out though. It's just like you can't outwork a bad diet, like, first of all, and you have to work out to keep it going. I know people, they want to go for round 2s and 3s because you're not working out. You have to work out either way it goes. You know, the natural, I think, is beautiful. I mean, so. I feel like a lot of people are getting a surgery because they are trying to keep up with what's going on the outside world, and they image, and you know, it's just an image, trying to keep up with it.
That's it. And it's like I said, you just have to love yourself and don't worry about the competition of being.
Because you got some girls who got it and wish they never got the surgery.
No, for real.
Look at what's her name? K. Michelle. She got surgery. She said she wished she never did it. She had to get all that stuff out her. But she looks really good now. But there's a few women I know that wish they didn't
Kim
get
Kardashian got hers reduced too.
Yeah.
Like everybody who had all that extra, it's like they're getting it reduced.
Yeah.
So the natural body is what really is what they shooting for now. They want to look like, you know.
And I think you have to get certain stuff done. I don't know what it is, but you have to get certain stuff done like every 10 years.
The maintenance.
Yeah. And it's the pain. Like, I'm good.
I'm good. I even thought, I was like, wait a second, what if I get, nah, Lord, and I'm happy.
Yeah, I said, listen, that's really my only concern in that area. But I was like, at this point in my life, you just gotta love
You
me.
just gotta love it. And that's it. Like, either way,
Yeah.
I really be wanting the women to know, like, either way, with or without, just love yourself.
That is true.
And that's it. Like, if that makes you happy, then that's fine. But make sure you love yourself.
Make sure you're doing it for you.
And do it for you.
Yeah,
oh my
do it for
God.
you.
Don't do it for that man.
I'm trying to tell you, because, they be cutting up out here.
Oh my God. And I was even saying on here, that, like I said, love starts within. And even in the 10 Commandments, it says, you shall not covet, which means look at other people's possessions as what you want.
Yeah.
Like, whatever it is, whether it's looks, whether it's what they have, you should never covet over your neighbors, like, or anybody. So, yeah, it's a sin, guys. It is a sin.
I went through like a little something like that where when I was goes back to my relationship, he was making me feel insecure. And I never was a jealous person, but just things that people say to you or try to tear you down, you will look at somebody else and be like, oh, I do wish I had that. It's not really, it was a jealousy thing I want to say, but it was just like, oh, I want that. And especially with me not feeling like the woman I am today. Exactly. It was just like, but yes, I do believe that is a sin. And it's very nasty and it's very ugly. And that's why you have to watch the company that you keep too, because
yes, you're so right. So, oh yeah, I was going to say, that is best that we all just congratulate each other. And I think that if, like you said and we were saying earlier, when you love on yourself, you have this in you to be, like I told my son, give those compliments and give out the congratulations. And then if you do more of that, instead of picking apart each little thing and just appreciating it for what it is, then I feel like the world will see. I think it would be a better place if we all just started at that. Like, just compliment, just saying, oh, that look nice. And don't lie, you ain't got to tell me. If it don't, then don't say it. Yeah. But if I do, tell me. Like,
it's easier said than done. Some people will bite their tongue before they tell you anything. I mean, I'm like, that girl like that shirt. You look cute. Or whatever. It's just in me to just always give a compliment. But people always give me compliments too. Don't get me wrong. You got some people that just look at me up and down. They want to say something like, oh, hey, girl. Like, it's all good.
No, for real. But yeah, I'm like, if you think that's something wrong with me, then just pray for me. But if it's an outer appearance, like, I can't help that. But on my inside, if it's something wrong with me, pray for me. That's all I can say.
But I feel like it starts from the inside, because you could be very pretty on the outside, but the inside is just, sometimes it could be rotten. Because I done ran into a lot of nice looking people where it's just that inside, where I done ran into some, not all that people in the face, but the inside made them so beautiful. It made them all of that in the face.
Yes, so, I love it so much. And then I just want to know, like, what words of encouragement would you share with someone who is learning to love themselves? And what would you tell them?
Be patient with yourself, for sure. Be kind and gentle to yourself. Don't let nobody play with you. And pray. Keep God number one.
Yes.
Honestly.
I like that.
Yes. Don't let nobody play with you, for sure, though. Because when you trying to grow and you trying to glow, like, the wrong people could really throw you off track. You just want to make sure you stay focused. And whoever is in your life is keeping you focused.
Yes. Oh, my gosh. Yes. I hope that helps somebody. I know it's going to help somebody.
I know it is.
So I cannot not ask this question. What does hid in the clouds mean to you?
It means, to me, when you first told me what it was called, it felt like it's giving me a place of my own space where I can be me. My head is in the clouds and I'm just flow and harmony. Yeah.
I
That's
like
all
that.
Honestly, when I say heads in the clouds, I really thought about it. Like, that's really unique. That's really different. I could just see me just my head really in the
No,
clouds.
seriously.
In a good space, though.
Oh my God. Thank you for sharing that. So this next question is called Memory Lane because you have to like kind of jog your memory to answer it. But this is Women's History Month.
Okay, yay! Shout out to us. We really dope though. It's some really dope.
They
women.
better give us all the credit that we
Listen,
need.
women is dope. I love them. Bad.
Yes.
Shout out to us.
For real. So, if you could make an impact on any woman in history, who would it be? Like, would you, cater some food to them? What would you do? Like, if you could make an impact on any woman in history, who would it be and what would you do?
I'm going to definitely say I only could pick one.
Yes, the top one. Or you want to say some more? Go ahead, because this is you. You could say whatever you want to do and just say why. Go ahead.
I'm going to say
I told you got to jog your memory.
yes, this is a good one. It could be like anybody, right?
Anybody, a woman in history. It could be from the past. It could be now. Anybody that's making history now, like whoever.
I'm going to definitely have to say T.D. Jake's daughter, Sarah. That's my girl. And I love her so much because she is just everything. And I just want to make her some fruit, have a conversation with her. I want her to shed some light on me. I want to be able to shed light on her.
Oh, my God.
That's really my girl.
Listen.
I love them as a family.
I just got hooked on her. I follow her now on my page. I don't know, somebody shared something, and I was like, wait a second. I like her father, but I had no idea that she was a powerhouse like that.
Yes.
Talk about inspiring,
yes,
inspirational.
I love her. Really bad.
Oh, my God.
And she breaks it down to where I can understand it. I love a word where I can understand it.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, my God. That was a good one.
She was very powerful to me.
Yes.
I love her. To me, in my life, she impacts me a lot. She like a bedtime story for me. I'll put her on and just go to sleep to her.
Yes. Listen, I have mine too, my people. I'll be like, and I sleep good. And it's like you wake up with the word in you.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
So, this was so deep. And I appreciate you sharing this with me. Like, I appreciate your time. I appreciate your fruit. Like, I appreciate your anointedness on your hands. Like, I just feel God's presence over you. And I'm just so happy that you was able to share your story and your testimony with us. And, like, I know this will truly empower women. And I pray that you go down in history as well as whoever it is that you need to be, even if it's Fruit Lady and some, like, whatever it is.
Thank you. I'm stamping Fruit Lady, though.
Yes.
I'm stamping it and running with it. Thank you for having me. Thank you for making me step outside my comfort zone, what I'm used to. I didn't really think I could do this, but honestly, when you asked me what did I do to prepare, I did miss out something. I did really pray before I came, just to ask him just to be in a room with me, just to let me speak intelligent like he know that I am, and just let it flow. And I was like, just let me be me. I don't even want to think about it no more, because I'm not used to doing stuff. Just like you said, I'm really confident behind closed doors, but sometimes when it comes to a platform, it's like, hi. So I'm just trying to like just dive out there and do stuff. Even if I don't know how to do it, yes, I do know how to do it, because that's what I'm going to learn how to do it. And by the time I get to you, I'm going to know how to do it.
Yes.
So, and you mentioned something else where you said speak positive into yourself. I really think that's important, because when I first did the edible arrangements for Valentine's Day, I didn't think I could do it. I just was like, edible arrangements. It seemed hard, and I did it, and I was excited. I'm like, you raw, like this is raw, like talking to myself, going crazy, blasting my music, just having a good time doing it, and I just loved it. I really loved every bit of it. People like, you need to be charging more, you need to be charging more. Don't get me wrong, the price went up, but when you doing something that you passionate about, it's really not about the money for me.
It's not.
I promise you it's not, because the money, it just comes. Like, it literally just comes.
And that's how you know that you're in alignment in the will of God,
Yeah.
when everything just flows.
It just
and
flow.
you was just at the right place at the right time to see that, to give that spark that you truly had, that desire. And then God just like, okay, daughter, I got you. Let's do this. And then, like, all it took for you was to be obedient and know to trust him in it. So I'm thankful.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a hug in a second. But this is your time to tell everybody where they can reach you. Like, you know, what you got going on, your specials, whatever it is, tell them.
Listen, I cook Monday through Saturday. You can find me on Facebook as Sierra White. My website will be launching within the next couple weeks. It's going to be yourfruitlady.com. You're going to be able to place your orders on there. But for now, you can reach me through Facebook, Sierra White, or Instagram, fruitlady_SI.
Ooh. Okay, now y'all better listen, because I'm definitely telling the ladies at my job, like, I might even have you cater to them. They're going to be like, wait a second.
Yes.
They're going to think it was me. I'm like, nah, it was the fruit lady.
I'm getting us a cater. I actually have to do some stuff for my daughter's school. That's another thing I want to step outside the box and do. Sometimes I find myself getting stuck too. I'm regular. I'm human.
Yeah.
I be like, oh God, I'm stuck. I don't feel like I'm doing enough. This is not it. But no, sometimes you need to take that time, that quiet time, sit still and just really understand what God got for you. And you need
Yes.
them resting days too. I
And
realize
don't
you
move
need to
too
rest.
fast either.
Listen,
Don't move ahead.
that's my problem.
Ooh.
Moving too fast. Slow down, Sierra. Like, literally. So that's important.
So I just want to thank you so much. Like I said, I love your amazing, beautiful spirit. I feel it. Like I said, I just feel all like, ooh, all right.
She was like, you need to.
Did
talk to
she
her.
say that? Did she say that?
I was like, okay.
Because she already
I
knows.
was like, she seemed quiet, but she seems really like a sweetheart. And I know sometimes people like quietness, like, y'all really be dope, though.
That's what they say. Like, I don't know. People used to think that I was like so uppity and, oh, she thinks she on that. And it's like, but I don't. Like, I'm the most down to earth person like, I don't know. Because, you know, they say this color right here that make people. Girl, I was raised by a brown-skinned mom, and she was teased by light-skinned, and she was, like, not my daughter.
Exactly.
So I could not even if I started to act like I was considered, she like, you looking ugly. I'm like,
Yeah,
ooh.
don't do that. I tell
Like,
my daughter
don't
all the time. Yeah, that looks ugly on you. Your mom is right.
Yes.
You're not ugly, but that looks ugly on you.
Yes, and that's what she was. And I'd be like, what? She'd be like, you're not ugly, but what
Yes.
you're doing is ugly. And I'd be like, so it made me snap out of it, check myself, because I don't want to be ugly. If I'm doing, like how you said, people can be ugly, look good,
Yeah.
but ugly on the inside, and I did not want that to be me. So, like, when I say, people be like, but y'all don't even know me.
Yes. And when I first met you, I was like, I love your voice, your settled tone.
Oh, you did?
Yes, everything. I was just like, okay, she don't seem too bad. And don't get me wrong, I'm a people person, but sometimes I gotta like kind of like scope out the vibe a little bit, because just I don't know, people be in different spaces in their life, and
They
you
do.
just don't know how to approach.
They do.
sometimes.
Even me, like, honestly, 5 years ago, being in that relationship, if I was approached,
Listen,
I'm like, I ain't got time for you.
like what?
And you probably, God put you in my face for a reason, but I ain't have time. And I, like, the things that God be getting me to do now, I be like, Lord, I would never. But he like what I say. And it's like, okay, God.
Listen, you was listening to that little
Okay.
nappy head. You better listen to me. Listen.
No, for real. Oh, my God. So I know that God is equipping you and continuing to prepare you for everything that he has for you.
Thank you.
Make sure you keep dreaming big, though.
Yes.
Like, bigger.
The biggest.
The biggest. So, yes, I thank everyone for watching. And, yes, you were here on Head in the Clouds with me, KettaMay, and the Fruit Lady.
Thank you for having me.
And remember, if that crown is right above those clouds, they can't get close to you. You're welcome.